A herd of wild horses blazing their way across the plains of the west. The sound of 1,000 stampeding hooves. And leading them all is the king of them all. D-Not-Free's champion, the world's wonder horse. Yes, boys and girls, the Mutual Broadcasting System presents once again the transcribed adventures of the king of all wild horses, Champion, the world's wonder horse. A series of fast, exciting stories about a boy named Ricky West, raised in the wilderness since childhood by his adopted Uncle Smokey, a German shepherd dog named Rebel, and a stocking-legged chestnut stallion you all know and love, Champion, the world's wonder horse. Right now, though, boys and girls, here's your old Uncle Smokey to tell you the last episode of this week's exciting story, The Mystery of the Rustlers' Hangout.
Well, howdy there, boys and girls. Yes, sir, like Mr. Rusted just said, this here's your old Uncle Smokey. And doggone it, I'll bet you can hardly wait to find out what's happened to Ricky, Rebel, Champion, and me since yesterday. Well, I'm not going to keep you guessing any longer. No, sir. Now, let's see. You remember yesterday how a couple of cattle-rustling varmints by the names of Fingers and Flint had been trying to kill Ricky and me on account of we knowed they was cattle rustlers. And you remember how me and Ricky and Champion and Rebel had been hiding in a pretty little valley where there was a big waterfall at one end. And how one morning we seen a whole lot of cattle being driven into the valley. Well, doggone if it weren't them very same rustlers. Yes, sir, we'd been hiding right smack dab in the rustlers' hideout. Anyway, kids, them no-good hombres grabbed Ricky and me and throwed us right out into the middle of that big whirlpool. A whirlpool where anything that was thrown in went down and never come back up.
Well, Flint, looks like that's the end of them two. They won't be sticking their noses into our business again. Not ever.
Well, sure, kids, as Fingers said, it sure looked like Ricky and me was goners, all right. And we knowed it, too, 'cause there wasn't no way to get out of that there whirlpool. No way at all.
Current's pulling up my legs, Uncle Smokey. We're going to be drawn into the center. I can't keep my head above water much longer.
Me neither, son. Current's awful strong. Getting stronger the nearer we get to the middle.
I wish I could see Champ.
Me too.
I'm going under, Uncle Smokey. I'm going under.
You hold your breath as long as you can, Ricky.
Goodbye, Uncle Smokey.
Yep, kids, that was it. Me and Ricky was pulled right down in the middle of that whirlpool. Of course, I held my breath just as long as I could, all the time feeling myself being pulled deeper and deeper. And my lungs started to ache, and I knowed I'd just have to take a big breath, even if it was water instead of air. So I said a little prayer, and I opened my mouth, and then I felt myself starting to go up again. Up, up, up. Up I went, faster and faster. And then all of a sudden, my head popped out above water, and I could breathe good, clean air again. And there, right alongside of me, was Ricky.
Gosh, Uncle Smokey, I thought you were never going to come out.
Ricky, where are we?
I don't know. It's kind of dark in here. I think we must be back at the falls.
Yeah, guess it must be. Because there's the falls over there. You can see the light coming through the water.
We're not out of danger yet, Uncle Smokey. It's still about 50 feet to the edge of the lagoon. I don't think I can make it.
Me neither. Hey, that sounds like Rebel.
That's Champion, Uncle Smokey. Champ! Here we are, boy! Out here in the water! Here he comes, Uncle Smokey. Champ's swimming out to help us. If we could just hold out a few seconds longer.
Try, Ricky. Try.
Over here, Champ! Over here, boy! That's it, Champ! Champion's mane, Uncle Smoky. I'll grab it on this side.
Got it, Ricky. I've got it.
Now swim for shore, Champ. Swim!
Well, sure, boys and girls, by holding on to Champion, Ricky and I was able to get to the bank of the pool. Sort of a ledge it was. And then we pulled ourselves out of the water and just lay there, too tired to move.
I still can't figure out how we got here, Uncle Smoky. How'd we get out of the whirlpool?
I think maybe I can figure it out, son. You see all them old sticks and stuff down there in the water?
Oh, well, but...
Well, you remember when Fingers was showing us his big disappearing act, where he throwed the stick into the whirlpool and it never come back up?
Yeah?
Well, son, the reason that stick didn't come back up was because it come up back here, back of the falls. Them rustlers thought it stayed down there in the bottom of the pool. Just like they must think we did, too. But we didn't.
Well, I'll be.
I'm afraid they're going to get a mighty big surprise when we turn up again alive and kicking.
But, Uncle Smoky, what I can't understand is how Rebel and Champion got back here. In the
Son,
cave.
that's something we're going to have to find out. That is, if we ever get out of here without having to swim back through the whirlpool.
Say, I got an idea, Uncle Smoky. I'm going to try and get Rebel to show me how he got in. Come here, Rebel. Here, boy. How'd you get in here, boy? Show me how you got in.
He's running off to the left, Ricky.
I'm going to follow him, Uncle Smoky.
Well, go to it, son. I'll wait here. I'm still a little tired from that swim.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute. That way, Rebel? Is that the way you came in? Along this ledge, boy? Gee willikins, it's a nice wide ledge, and it leads right over... Now I see it, boy. There's a regular path that leads around the falls and outside. So that's how you got here.
Find something, son?
There's a big wide path here, Uncle Smoky. Wide enough to drive a team of horses. We can get out anytime we want.
Well, they're gone, Flint. They've been under that water for a good 5 minutes.
Yep. Nobody can live underwater for that long.
Yeah, that'll teach them to stick their noses in our business.
Yeah, figure so will. Well, what say we start driving this herd toward the border? Because I sure got ways of spending the money we're going to get when we sell these cows.
We ain't going to the border, Flint, at least not yet.
Huh?
We ain't going to stay here, neither.
Don't
All
put
right,
your
now
finger-
look, use your head. Now that the kid and the old man are dead, there ain't nobody to prove we're the rustlers, is there?
No, but-
So we got more time, a whole lot more time. Time enough to pick us up a few more head. And this time a real herd to drive over the border.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get going.
Hey, wait a minute. Now, what about these stairs we've already got here in the
There's
valley?
feed here, ain't there?
Yeah.
And there's plenty of water.
Yeah, sure.
And ain't nobody here to drive them away, is there?
No.
So they'll stay here, Flint, every last one of them. They'll all be here, right in this valley, when we get back.
Uncle Smoky,
Yes, Ricky?
the rustlers are gone, haven't they?
For a while they have, I reckon. Why?
Well, let's do a big disappearing act of our own.
I don't get you, son.
Well, this cave is awful big, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Big enough to hold all of those stolen steers, isn't it?
I'd say it's big enough to hold all them and about 500 more.
Then why don't we make those cattle disappear?
You're still talking in riddles, boy.
Look, I'll take Champ and Rebel, and we'll go out there in the valley and drive those cattle back here, over the trail and into this cave, back of the falls. Well, then when the rustlers come back, the cattle will be gone, and they won't know what happened to them.
Well, I'll be...
Well, looks like that does it, Uncle Smoky. We've got them all back here in the cave.
Yeah, sure have, son. That's just about the biggest disappearing act was ever pulled. Yes, sir, 100 head of cattle disappearing right off the face of the earth.
Those rustlers are sure going to be mighty surprised when they get back here to the valley.
Surprise is just a small word for it, boy. Just a small word.
And now, Uncle Smoky, Champ and I are going to ride into town and bring back the sheriff.
That's a good idea. I'll come along with you.
No, I think you better stay here. The sheriff might still think that you're the rustler.
Yep, yeah, you're right. I never thought of that.
Besides, somebody's got to keep the cattle here in the cave.
Well, you just leave that to me and Rebel. But be careful, son. Be careful.
Don't worry, Uncle Smoky. We'll be back in not more than 4 or 5 hours.
Well, kids, Ricky and Champ went off for the sheriff. In the meantime, Rebel and me settled down to wait until they got back. Well, sir, 4 hours went by. then 5 hours, then 6. And I begun to get a mite worried. And then I heard something that made me go to the edge of the falls and take a look out into the valley. And do you know what it was? It was them 2 rustlers, Fingers and Flint, coming back. And they was driving about 50 more head of cattle.
Well, Flint, here we are. Now all we got to do is add these cows to the 100 head we already got and take out for the border.
Yeah, just think, Fingers, 150 head. That'll sure bring a pretty piece of change.
We'll be rich, Flint, rich.
Yes, sir, we shall. Hey, Fingers.
Huh? What's the matter?
Where's the rest of them steers?
Why, they're right. Hey, where are they?
There ain't another single steer in the whole blame valley.
Well, maybe they strayed off. Maybe
Hey, Fingers, look.
What? Where?
Down there on the ground. Cattle hoof marks.
Well, I'll be. And look. Look, they're headed straight for that there waterfall.
Well, boys and girls, that was something Ricky and me hadn't figured on. Anyway, they followed the cattle hoof marks all right, and they was heading straight for the trail that led behind the falls. I figured in about 2 shakes of a lamb's tail they'd find the opening, and me. Well, I guess a feller's luck can't hold out forever. And then I seen him, Ricky on Champion, leading the sheriff and the whole posse down into the valley. So right then and there I made up my mind. I rushed out of the cave and met them rustlers face to face, and man, oh man, was they surprised.
What? Hey, Fingers, it's Grandpa.
What? How? It can't be. He's dead.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Shoot him down, Flint. Shoot him down.
I'd advise you to look behind before you shoot, gents.
Hey, Fingers, look, it's the sheriff and the kid. And run, Fingers, run.
You only got one way to run, and that's right into that there whirlpool.
Good work, Ricky. Howdy, Uncle Smokey.
Howdy, Sheriff. I reckon you don't want me anymore, do you?
You never did want you, really, Uncle Smokey. You ought to know that.
Well, with these cattle here in the valley and the 100 head Uncle Smokey and I have hid away in the cave, you'll have all the proof you need, Sheriff.
You bet I will, Ricky. You bet I will.
Hey, what's the matter, Champ? Oh, I know. You want to go back to your herd of wild horses, don't you? Okay, boy, you earned a vacation. Here, I'll get off you. There. Go ahead, fella. I'll be seeing you, Champ. I'll be seeing you.
Well, boys and girls, it looks like that's just about all for this week. But be sure and be listening next Monday for another real exciting adventure called The Mystery of the Vanishing Cattle. Well, till then, this is your old Uncle Smokey saying so long, kids, and keep punching.
Be sure and listen in Monday, same time, same station, to learn more about Ricky Rebel and the King of the Wild Horses, Gene Autry's Champion, the world's wonder horse. This transcribed program was produced by Gene Autry Productions, directed by William N. Birch, and came to you from Hollywood. And now stay tuned for Curly Bradley, which follows over most of these stations in just a moment. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. A herd of wild horses blazing their way across the plains of the West. The sound of 1,000 stampeding hooves. And leading them all is the king of them all. Gene Autry's Champion, the world's wonder horse. Yes, boys and girls, the Mutual Broadcasting System presents once again the transcribed adventures of the king of all wild horses, Champion, the world's wonder horse. A series of fast, exciting stories about a boy named Ricky West, raised in the wilderness since childhood by his adopted Uncle Smokey, a German shepherd dog named Rebel, and a stocking-legged chestnut stallion you all know and love, Champion, the world's wonder horse. Right now, though, boys and girls, here's your old Uncle Smokey to continue this week's exciting story, The Mystery of the Lost Treasure.
Well, howdy there, kids. Yes, sir, just like our friend Mr. Rusted said, this here's your old Uncle Smokey once again. And I'm all set to tell you some more of them thrill-packed happenings in the story of The Mystery of the Lost Treasure. First off, you all recollect, no doubt, that Ricky, Champ, and Rebel found an old man named Mr. Salvo up by Mammoth Caves. Anyway, this old-timer told us an amazing story of buried treasure. Pancho Villa's treasure. What's more, though, he said he knowed where it was. But he also said that a couple of men was after him. Well, sir, the next morning when Ricky went into the back bedroom that Mr. Salvo was supposed to be sleeping in, he found the old-timer was gone. And then when we looked out the window...
Little Smokey, look. Wait, down there in the dirt, footprints.
3 men. Mr. Salvo and 2 others. Doggone, son, looks like Mr. Salvo's been kidnapped.
It sure does. You can even see where the tracks of the 3 men lead out to those trees.
And one of the men's feet seems to be dragging, like he was being pulled along against his will.
I guess Mr. Salvo was telling the truth after all when he said 2 men were after him.
Seems that way, son.
These footprints lead to that clump of trees over there, Uncle Smokey. I bet we'll find horse tracks leading away.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised, Ricky.
Think we could follow them?
I should ask you that, son. Do you think Champ could follow him? He's the one who's going to have to do it.
I'm sure Champ can.
Good. I sure would like to know how much of a head start them varmints have on us.
I don't know how we could tell that, Uncle Smokey.
Freshness of the prints, maybe. Well, we can't just stand around here worrying about that. We better get started and hope that we can save Mr. Salvo. Well, kids, we started out. Ricky and me riding Champ, and Champ following the tracks of them kidnappers. We knowed they were probably pretty desperate, and we knowed that Mr. Salvo in his weakened condition couldn't stand too much punishment. Anyway, up the trail, miles ahead of us, the 2 kidnappers, Hasty and Loco, was moving along with their captive, Mr. Salvo.
How's the old man doing, Loco?
Oh, he's all right, boss.
Kind of quiet. He isn't dead, is he?
Nah, guess he's just trying to figure out a way to get away from us.
Yeah, he'll have to figure a long time.
Yeah. Hey, boss,
Yeah?
what if he's already told that kid and the old man about the lost treasure?
What difference does it make? He told other people that story, too, and nobody believed him.
Yeah, but what if they believe?
Even so, that doesn't mean a thing, because you'll never tell them where it is. Yes, sir, Loco. Old man Salvo's only going to tell 2 people where that treasure is. And those 2 people are going to be you and me. Hold up here.
Oh.
Yeah, looks like a good place.
Oh.
Come on. Help me take the old man off the horse.
Okay.
Easy now. Yeah. All right, Loco. Old man Salvo and I are going to have a little talk. So why don't you take the horses over at that stream and give them some water?
Right, boss. Whatever you'll say. Come on, you move.
Okay, Salvo. You and I got some things to talk about.
Yeah, I know what you want to know, but I'm not going to tell you.
That's so. Well, I think you just think you won't. When I get through with you, you'll tell, all right?
That treasure's mine. I've been looking for it for years. I'm not going to turn it over to a couple of polecats now.
Oh, yeah? Well, I say you are. Now, come on, before I take this whip for you.
I won't tell.
There's a map. A map you picked up in El Paso from a half-breed that tells the exact location of the treasure.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Never mind how. I know, that's all. That's why we didn't kill you a long time ago. We figured you'd lead us to the treasure following that map. Then it'd be the time to kill you. Or else we figured you'd die protecting it and we'd steal the map from you. But one way or the other, we'd have the map and the treasure.
Then I guess you'll just have to keep waiting till I die.
We can speed that up for you, too. In fact, you'd have been dead by now from lack of food and water if it hadn't been for that kid and his horse.
Now, you look here. If I was to tell anybody where that treasure was, I'd tell it to them, not you.
Oh? Well, that's something I wanted to know. If you was to tell anybody the whereabouts of the treasure, you'd tell it to them. If you was to tell. So you haven't told yet, and that makes my job easier. All right, Salvo.
No, you let me go. Let me go.
Until you tell me where that map to the treasure is.
I've told you 100 times I won't tell. Won't tell.
Okay, then just let me show you what I'm going to do to you.
Well, kids, neither Ricky nor me had any idea what Hasty and Loco was planning to do with Mr. Salvo. Of course, we knew he wasn't going to get kind treatment, but we didn't know just how far them two varmints would go. Anyway, in the meantime, Champ kept right on a-following the trail the kidnapped horses had left. And a little while later...
Look, Uncle Smoky. The horses stopped here. Just before they got to that stream, the men got off. See the heel prints?
Yeah, son, now I do. Let's get off and look around.
Right. Look, the horses' tracks go right into the stream.
Yeah, and I'll bet they went the rest of the way in the water. Maybe they figured they was being followed and we'd lose it. Ricky, look! Over there by that tree.
It's blood.
Well, in just a minute, kids, we'll return to the adventures of Champion. But right now, I want to ask each and every one of you a very important question. Have you written me that letter or postcard yet, telling me how you like this program? Well, if you ain't, I wish you'd sit down just as soon as today's chapter's over and do it right away. You see, boys and girls, Ricky and me is sort of conducting a survey, you might say, just to see how many friends we have. So if you want to keep hearing the adventures of Champion, all you have to do is say so. Just write to me, Uncle Smoky, Box 2109, Hollywood, California. You got that? Uncle Smoky, Box 2109, Hollywood, California. And I sure thank you. And now, back to our story. Well, I don't have to tell you how badly Ricky and me felt seeing that blood and imagining what had happened to Mr. Salvo. It sure seemed possible that those two no-count coyotes had put an end to the old-timer. Anyway, since there was nothing more we could do, Ricky, Champ, and me headed back to the Flying A.
But isn't there anything we can do, Uncle Smoky? You know it's possible that Mr. Salvo isn't dead.
It's possible, son, but it don't seem likely. He couldn't have stood much punishment, sick as he was.
I know, but...
His death wasn't our fault, son. The best we can hope for is to track down those low-down lizards that killed him.
We don't even know what the murderers look like. All we know is that there's two of them.
I know, son. There's not much to go on. But if all of us work together, the sheriff and the posse, you and me and Champ and Rebel, well, I just wouldn't want to be in those killer's shoes, that's all.
We'll get him, Uncle Smoky. We'll get him, I know it. But still...
Still what, son?
I got a funny feeling that Mr. Salvo is still alive.
Well, kids, I don't know how you could ever explain Ricky's feeling that way. Maybe he was just hoping so much that Mr. Salvo wasn't dead that he believed it himself. Anyway, at the same time we was talking, Mr. Hasty and Loco was up in the mountains having some trouble of their own.
Yeah, the old man's stubborn, Loco. I've slapped him around a little, but he still won't talk.
Oh, let me hit him, boss. I'll make him.
Don't be stupid. You'd kill him. That'd ruin everything.
Yeah, but we can't let him live. Not after he knows who we are.
Of course we can't let him live, but we can't kill him yet either. Not until he tells us where that treasure map is.
Well, what are we going to do?
Well, tie him up and roll him in that cave. Put a little water by him so he stays alive. Then we've got some traveling to do, Loco.
Oh? Where we going?
I've been thinking, Loco. The old man figures he's only got one set of friends in the whole world, the kid and that old guy the kid's living with. So, since the map isn't on him, he may have left it back at the Flying A Ranch for safekeeping.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go back there and tear the place apart till we find it.
Relax, will you? We're not going to tear any place apart, not yet anyway. But we are going to get back to the Flying A come dusk and have a look around. And if we find the map there, things aren't going to go too well with the kid and his uncle.
Well, boys and girls, while this was going on, Ricky, me, and Rebel was still back at the Flying A trying to cheer ourselves up. And the funny thing about this whole darn thing was that we didn't even know there was a treasure map. Mr. Salvo never told us anything about it. And I guess we wouldn't even have known about it at all if it weren't for Rebel. You see, we was sitting there in the living room when all of a sudden... Hey, son, what's that dog up to?
I don't know, Uncle Smoky. He looks like he's playing with something.
He's sure making a racket.
Here, Rebel. Here, boy. Look, he's got something in his mouth, Uncle Smoky. Here, boy. What do you got there, huh?
Can you see what it is, son?
Looks like a tobacco pouch to me, Uncle Smoky. Drop it, boy. Drop it. There. Yeah, it's a tobacco pouch, all right, Uncle Smoky.
Oh, it's not mine. I wonder...
Mr. Salvo's, I bet. He must have fallen out of his clothes or something. Hey, look.
Huh? What, son?
There's something in here. Golly, elephants, Uncle Smoky. Look what Rebel found.
A map.
A treasure map, Uncle Smoky. Look, there's the cross mark, and up above it says the treasure of PV.
PV. Pancho Villa. Doggone it, son. This means Mr. Salvo probably left that there map here on purpose. And it also means those varmints probably haven't killed him. Of course, it also means something else.
I think I know what you mean, Uncle Smoky. It means that we haven't seen the last of those two men who kidnapped Mr. Salvo.
Well, kids, there we was holding the treasure map that those two varmints would have killed anybody to get a hold of. Yes, sir, we was sure in a spot. But, well, what you know, time has run out on us again. But, boys and girls, tomorrow's another day, and that means another exciting chapter in the mystery of the lost treasure. So, till then, this here's your old Uncle Smoky saying, so long, kids, and keep punching.
Be sure and listen in tomorrow, same time, same station, to learn more about Ricky, Rebel, and the king of the wild horses, Gene Autry's champion, the world's wonder horse. This transcribed program was produced by Gene Autry Productions, directed by William N. Birch, and came to you from Hollywood. And now stay tuned for Curly Bradley, which follows over most of these stations in just a moment. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. A herd of wild horses blazing their way across the plains of the West. The sound of 1,000 stampeding hooves. And leading them all is the king of them all. Gene Autry's champion, the world's wonder horse. Yes, boys and girls, the Mutual Broadcasting System presents once again the transcribed adventures of the king of all wild horses, Champion, the world's wonder horse. A series of fast, exciting stories about a boy named Ricky West, raised in the wilderness since childhood by his adopted Uncle Smokey, a German shepherd dog named Rebel, and a stock-and-legged chestnut stallion you all know and love. Champion, the world's wonder horse. Right now, though, boys and girls, here's your old Uncle Smokey to tell you this week's exciting story, The Ghost of Black Mountain.
Well, howdy there, kids. Yes, sir, here's your old Uncle Smokey once again, just like Mr. Rusted said. And boys and girls, since it's Monday, you know what that means. Yes, sir, a brand new, exciting story of the West. And the yarn I'm going to tell you this week is called The Ghost of Black Mountain. So what do you say? Let's get started, huh? Now, let's see now. This here story began, it was afternoon on a Saturday. As a matter of fact, Ricky and me had just been out in the barn setting things in order and was walking back to the ranch house.
Well, Uncle Smokey, looks like we got the barn cleaned up pretty well.
Sure have, son. Say, I just happened to think, would you mind doing one more thing for me? That is, if you ain't too tired.
I'm not tired, Uncle Smokey. Neither is Rebel. Are you, boy?
Well, it'll give you a chance to ride Champ. I figure that'll please you all
And
right.
how? Gee, I haven't ridden Champ in a couple of days. What do you want done, Uncle Smokey?
Well, I'd like you to ride out and see if you can pick up a few of our strays. I know some of the stock have wandered off, and you can bring them back.
Okay, Uncle Smokey. Reb and I and Champ will do it fine. Be glad to.
I'd go with you, but there's a few things up at the north pasture that need tending.
That's all right. We can do it alone.
I know you can, boy. Yes, sir. You're going to grow up to be a first-class ranch hand. Well, sir, kids, that's how it all started. Real simple and easy like. With Ricky figuring he was going to have an afternoon of fun, not having the slightest idea that something else was going to happen. Anyway, a few minutes later, he was up on the rise giving that familiar call of his.
Here, Champ! Here, fella! You and Rebel and I have got some work to do for Uncle Smokey. Good boy, good horse, Champ. Here, now let me up on you. All right, Champ, let's head for the open range. Up, boy, up!
Well, sure, kids, the three of them started out looking for strays. And then, about 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon.
Hold up, Champ. Oh. Look at those tracks over there, fellas. They're cattle tracks, all right. And they're heading up the... Hey, do you know where that leads? That leads up to Black Mountain. Gee, I never been up to Black Mountain before. Oh, well, there are strays, fellas, and we got to get them back, even if we have to go up to Black Mountain to do it.
And so Ricky, Champ, and Rebel started up that dirt trail toward Black Mountain. Now let me tell you, boys and girls, Ricky had heard about Black Mountain. There was a lot of strange stories about the place, and folks usually kept away from it. But Ricky was on a job, and I guess he figured he'd have to keep after them strays no matter where they went. Well, sir, in the meantime, from a ridge on top of the mountain, 2 men was looking down the trail below.
Yeah. Looks like a kitten, a horse, and a dog, Matt.
Here, let me get a closer look, Mr. Crass. I know the folks around here. Maybe I can spot who it is.
Go ahead, take the ridge.
Yeah, I can see better from here.
You know who it is?
I sure do. I can tell by that horse. That's Champ, the world's wonder horse.
Ah, heard about him. News of that horse even traveled east.
So the rider on Champ would be that kid, Ricky West. He's the only one the horse will let up on his back. Dog's name is Rebel, belongs to the kid. He and his uncle own the Flying A Ranch down in the valley.
What's the kid doing up toward Black Mountain, then? I thought you said nobody came up this way.
Well, folks usually don't, Mr. Crass. That's why I picked it, but...
No buts about it, Matt. Look, I moved in from the east because I'm hot. I don't want to be seen by anyone, or word will get to the cops.
Well, I know that, Mr. Crash.
Furthermore, Matt, we've got a big project on. A real big, expensive project that'll make a pot full of dough for us. But everything will go up in smoke if people start poking around Black Mountain.
Look, Mr. Crass, I know that as well as you do. I picked this place because folks won't be coming here. They're real suspicious about Black Mountain. It's treacherous, and they don't go climbing around it.
That kid is. That West kid's doing it right now. I don't like it. I don't want him or anybody within a mile of this mountain.
Well, I could probably put a bullet in him from here.
You could, huh?
Sure.
No, miss?
I don't think I'd miss.
You western yokels. Killing that kid out on that trail would be it'd be the best thing in the world to bring 100 people out to Black Mountain. Kid's uncle and sheriff and a posse. This place would look like Grand Central Station. No. No shooting, Matt. Not right now, anyway. There are other ways to get that kid away from here. We'll try one of those first.
Sure, Mr. Crass, whatever you say. You're running things.
All right, Matt. This is up to you. Now, listen carefully.
Yeah, Champ, the strays went up into Black Mountain, all right. See, the trail goes right up. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do but keep right on following. Jim, what is it? What is it, boy? Why'd you stop? Oh, I see now. There's a rider, and he's coming this way. Wow, look at him travel. Gee, fellas, look at him. He looks like he's scared or... Hey, mister!
Whoa.
What's the matter, mister? What's wrong?
I don't know, kid. I don't know, and I don't even want to find out. There's something up at Black Mountain that just ain't real. I don't know what it is or how to explain it. Best thing I can say is to keep away.
But I gotta get those strays. That's my job.
It's better to let the strays go and stay alive, ain't it?
Stay alive? You mean...
I don't mean anything, kid. I'm just telling you what I know. Stay away from Black Mountain. Stay clear away like I'm going to do. Because there's something up in that mountain that neither you nor I could ever understand. And it wants us to stay away.
What wants us to stay away?
A ghost, kid. A ghost of Black Mountain. And you better do like it once.
A ghost? But I don't believe it.
Okay, do what you want, kid. But I ain't going to stick around here a minute longer. Come on, boys. Get up. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Gee whiz, Champ. Rebel, what do you think we ought to do? Well, I don't care what that rider said, fellas. We got a job to do for Uncle Smokey, and we're going to do it. We're going up to Black Mountain and find those strays.
Well, kids, it sure sounds like Ricky, Champ, and Rebel are headed for another mighty exciting adventure. And in just a minute, we'll find out what it is. Right now, though, I'd like to ask each and every one of you boys and girls to do me and Ricky a favor. It's just this. We want to know if you enjoy hearing the adventures of Champion. Now, since we can't call each other on the telephone, we got to ask you to drop us a postcard or a letter. So here's what you do. Just write to me, Uncle Smokey, Box 2109, Hollywood, California. Now, that's all there is to it. Ricky and me will sure enjoy hearing from you. And at the same time, like I said before, you'll be doing us a mighty big favor. Now, that address again, kids, is Uncle Smokey, Box 2109, Hollywood, California. And I sure thank you. Now, let's see here. Oh, yes, back to our story. Ricky wasn't going to be scared by talk of a ghost. No, sirree. So he and Champ and Rebel kept right on moving up toward that mountain. And just about then, the sky started clouding over, and a slight wind began to rise. And it sure did seem as though the weather was going to turn to rain. But the three of them kept right on moving toward Black Mountain. Anyways, a few minutes later, the rider who tried to scare Ricky off was back up the mountain peak, talking to his boss, Mr. Crash.
Did you do what I told you, Matt?
I sure did, boss. I laid it on real thick.
Did you tell him about the ghost?
Yep.
Did he turn back?
Well, I can't say. After I gave him the scare talk, I rode off and came back up here, just like you said to do.
All right, let's find out. Come on.
Well, where are we going?
Over the edge of the ridge and look down on the trail. We'll find out if he's made tracks or not.
Well, I sure hope he has. I don't want a meddling kid around.
Shut up. Here we are. Get a look over the side.
What do you see, Mr. Crass?
The kid.
Huh?
He's still coming toward the mountain, he and his horse and dog.
I still got that rifle handy.
I'll keep it handy, but I don't think we're going to have to use it yet.
What do you plan on doing, Mr. Crass? That kid doesn't scare easy.
So he doesn't. I think I got something that'll turn him around and fast.
What's that?
First, let me ask you this. What do you think he's going to do, Matt, when he comes face to face with a ghost of Black Mountain?
Huh?
That's right, Matt. I guess you just thought I made up that business of Black Mountain having a ghost. But I didn't.
Gee, it's getting colder and windy, fellas. I wonder if we ought to turn back and come after the stray some other time. What do you think, Champ? Yeah, it's a shame to come all this way and then have to turn back just because... Golly, I felt some raindrops. Guess the sky's really getting ready to cut loose. That's right, Champ. A little rain won't hurt anyone. We'll just look around a little longer. And if we don't find the strays, we'll head back to the Flying A. Come on, Champ. Let's...
Stop where you are.
Huh? I heard something, Champ. I heard it.
I am the ghost of Black Mountain.
Ghost? I can't see anything.
You cannot see me, but I can see you. Now listen to me, and listen to me carefully. Ricky West.
Gee, he knows my name.
You are to leave Black Mountain right away. And you are never to return. If you do not do as I say, the ghost of Black Mountain will see to it that you die.
Golly, kids. There was Ricky listening to this voice coming out of nowhere. A voice that called itself the Ghost of Black Mountain and threatening Ricky with death. Well, I don't mind telling you that Ricky was getting a mite worried. What's more, he had cause to, because the next thing that happened was... Well, what you know, doggone, it seems like time's up just when things is getting interesting. But, boys and girls, tomorrow's another day, and we'll all be back to tell you more of this week's story, The Ghost of Black Mountain. So till then, there's your old Uncle Smokey saying so long, kids, and keep punching.
Be sure and listen in tomorrow, same time, same station, to learn more about Ricky, Rebel, and the king of the wild horses, Gene Autry's champion, the world's wonder horse. This transcribed program was produced by Gene Autry Productions, directed by William N. Birch, and came to you from Hollywood. And now, stay tuned for Curly Bradley, which follows over most of these stations in just a moment. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.